Extra money is dangerous, not because it disappears, because it reveals who you really are. It exposes your habits, your fears, your impulses, your blind spots. And when money first shows up, logic usually leaves the room. You feel bigger, safer, smarter, so you start spending like the future is guaranteed. It never is. Extra money is not a reward, it's a responsibility. And what you do in that window determines whether you stay comfortable or become truly free. So let's talk about what to actually do with it. First, pause, okay? Yes, literally. Just pause, okay? The moment people get extra money, they rush to deploy it. New tech, better clothes, celebratory trip to the restaurant. They call it enjoying the fruits. But psychologically, it's anxiety disguised as an action. You're trying to prove the money is real by converting it into objects. Objects feel tangled. Bank balances feel abstract. So the lazy instinct is to spend quickly so the brain can relax. The disciplined move is the opposite. Let it sit. Let the emotional spike fade. Money handled calmly lasts longer than money handled excitedly. Number two, kill silent leaks before you think about growing money. Stop the places where it quietly escapes, subscriptions you forget, convenient spending that becomes routine, fees, interest, little lotto payments that feel harmless but compound negativity. Extra money gives you a rare moment of clarity. You can see your financial life without pressure. Use that clarity to tighten the system. Plugging leaks isn't glamorous, okay? But it increases your financial oxygen instantly. And more oxygen means better decisions later. Here's number three, build a stability buffer, not because it's exciting, because instability is expensive. Car repairs, medical bills, sudden job change. Without a buffer, every surprise forces you into a bad decision. You sell investments early, you take on debt at terrible terms, and you panic. Extra money should first buy calm. Calm is underrated wealth, and calm lets you think instead of react. 3 to 6 months of basic expenses sitting quietly changes your entire psychology. You negotiate better. You tolerate short term setbacks. You stop saying yes to things out of fear. That alone can be worth more than any single investment. And here's number four, invest in skill acceleration, not random courses, not endless learning loops, either targeted upgrades that directly increase your earning power, uh, communication, negotiation, technical expertise in your field, anything that compounds your future income. And most people invest only in markets that the sharper move is investing in your personal leverage because the return on better decisions, better deals, and better positioning is enormous. You can lose money in the markets. You can rarely lose the ability to think more clearly or communicate more effectively. And those skills keep paying long after the initial cost is forgotten. Number five, buy back time. This is where extra money becomes transformative. I mean, outsource the small draining tasks that eat your mental energy, cleaning, basic admin work, repetitive errands, not out of laziness, out of strategic conservation. When your time is clogged with, low value tasks, you feel busy but stagnant. You tell yourself you're handling life, but you're just maintaining it. There's no room left to build. And buying back time is like clearing mental bandwidth. And suddenly you can think about bigger moves, you know, career shifts, new projects, or long term strategies. Those thoughts need quiet space to exist. And number six, invest with long memory, not hype, not trends. Think that things that, make sense even if you forget about them for decades. Broad market funds, retirement accounts, assets tied to real productivity, not speculation. And the psychological trick here is boredom tolerance. Smart investments often feel slow. They don't spike your dopamine daily. They just quietly grow. And people sabotage themselves because slow growth feels like no growth. And so, they jump between ideas, resetting progress each time. And extra money should go where patience is rewarded, not where excitement is rewarded. Number seven, create optionally. This is subtle but powerful, okay? Optionally, okay, means giving your future self choices, savings that allow a career pivot, a capital that lets you start, something without desperation, investments that generate small but steady income streams. You're not just growing wealth, you're buying the ability to say no. No to toxic jobs, no to rush decisions, and no the opportunities that don't align with your long term direction. And most people think money buys things. In reality, it buys freedom of response and the freedom to act deliberately instead of reactivity. Eighth, uncalculated risk. Okay, once stability is built, extra money can become experimental fuel. Start a small business idea, test a new income stream, build a product, launch a niche project. Okay, but the key word is calculated, not reckless bets driven by excitement. Okay, structured experiments where losing the money doesn't destabilize your life. This reframe risk psychologically instead of fear. You feel curiosity instead of gambling. You're running controlled trials on your own potential. Some experiments they fail. One succeeds, and that one success can outweigh dozens of cautious incremental moves. Number nine, protect against lifestyle creep. This is the silent destroyer. Your income rises, your spending quietly rises with it. Nothing dramatic, just slightly better versions of everything. Slightly nicer apartments, slightly more expensive habits, slightly more frequent indulgences. Individually, each upgrade feels justified, but collectively, they trap you. Because now your baseline cost of living is higher, you need more money just to feel normal. And extra money stops feeling extra, it becomes required. And the discipline move is selective upgrades, not automatic ones. Improve what truly matters to your daily quality of life. Ignore the rest. Otherwise, you build a golden cage and call it success. Number 10, align money with identity. This is the deepest layer, okay? Extra money forces a question. Who are you becoming? A consumer who constantly upgrades, an investor who builds quietly, an operator who reinvests into systems and skills. Your spending patterns are identity statements. Repeated enough, they shape your future behavior. If you consistently use extra money to reduce stress, increase capabilities, and expand options, you train yourself to think long term. If you consistently use it for quick pleasure, you train yourself to chase short term relief. Money just doesn't just change your bank account, it changes your default mindset. And mindset over years is destiny in disguise. And here's the part most people ignore: what you do with your first waves of extra money sets the script for the rest of your life, because these habits scale faster than income. If you learn discipline early, larger sums become easier to manage. If you learn impulsiveness early, larger sums just create larger mistakes. So when extra money does arrive, don't rush to celebrate, okay? Observe yourself. Notice the urge to spend, the urge to upgrade, the urge to prove something. Then choose deliberately. Stability first, capability second, freedom third, only then controlled enjoyment. Because the real purpose of extra money isn't to inflate your lifestyle, it's to expand your options, calm your mind, and quietly move you closer to life where money stops being the main character at all. If you like today's video, make sure you check out this video up here on the right. And if you really like today's video, like and subscribe, or even buy me a coffee in the description. Not necessary, but I appreciate it. Have a nice day, and we'll see you on the next one.